long time no see. So this is my first English video on my YouTube channel, and I wanted to do this video because for my English, my Anglophone followers who are coming from TikTok, I wanted to explain to you guys why I decided to change my last name from Simonou to Simard in a more detailed way that I would have been able to do on TikTok. So yeah, I hope you will understand. If what I'm saying is interesting you, well, stay online because it's starting. So it all started mid-October of last year. I had an argument with my father that I'm not gonna call my janitor. Sorry, I have to place my leg in another way. So I had an argument with him by text message. For the people who knows me really well, you know that when I'm angry, I swear a lot. But in this conversation, I was really polite. I just like put facts in my message. I wasn't violent, I wasn't aggressive, I wasn't swearing or anything like that. I just put facts. And that day after that argument, it was kind of okay, but like a month and a half or 2 months after that, I was like, okay, I am being completely ignored by all of my janitor side of the family. And I learned a little bit, I learned like a little bit before the beginning of December that it was because my father shown those messages to his parents, so to my grandmother, my grandfather, and the situation, the argument made like all of the family, the close family and the extended family was aware of the argument and the subject of the argument, because my father shown a private conversation, and not my father, my janitor, sorry, shown a private conversation. So beginning of December, the mother of my janitor called me to invite me to go to a restaurant for breakfast. For breakfast. So since I hadn't seen her since like August or September, I was like, yeah, sure. But I don't know if you have that sometimes, that your instinct, your little voice in your head is saying to you, don't do it. But I have my character and I decided to go, even though my instinct, my little voice was telling me to not go, because I knew deep inside that something was gonna break. So I went to have breakfast with her. We went in a restaurant. In the beginning, it was all okay. We were talking, we were eating, we were having a little bit of fun even. And at the end of the breakfast, my grandmother, the mother of my janitor, looked at me and she was like, you know what I want to talk to you about? And I was like, here we go. And she started talking about those messages and everything. And I said to her, look, Grandma, this conversation, this argument is between me and my dad, and you do not have a say in this because you're not mentioned. I don't have an argument with you. I don't have beef with you. I have nothing against you. It's between me and my father and no one else. And she started to like attacking me. She started to basically treat me of I don't know how to translate it in English, but like money sucker or something like that. Like that when I was contacting my father, uh, it was to ask him for money and everything, but that's totally not true. Yes, I was asking for money sometimes, but it was because he offered it. Like for example, when I started university, he promised me that if I was able to find a job and keep it, he would help me pay my university fee. And when I asked him to help me, he didn't want to, um, because because he give like he helps with his girlfriend's children. He gives money to renovating his girlfriend's house or to go travel in the south, like in Cuba or Dominican Republic or something like that. So he never helped me. He never gave me any money. He never gave my brother any money. So whenever we needed help, he wasn't there. He didn't wanted to help us. So to go back to the restaurant, she was basically calling me a money sucker, and I felt really, really attacked. And for those who knows me, you know I don't drive, and I move by feet, so I'm walking. I'm walking a lot. I'm walking to go working. I'm walking to school and everything. And since the restaurant was too far from my home, I wasn't able to walk back home from the restaurant. So I needed the mother of my gender to bring me back. So I had no choice but to sit in the chair and like supported being attacked like that. And when I came back home, I started crying and crying and crying. I was crying my heart out. And I decided that day that I was cutting all contact. I started by blocking them on my social media, on my cell phone. And for the past 4 months, they were trying to call me, to text me, but they don't have an answer. They won't have an answer, and they didn't have an answer from me, and they won't. I will never answer to them anymore. And like the only people I am not that I am excluding from cutting all contact are my cousins, because they are completely innocent in this, and they're so young and they're living a situation kind of similar to what I lived when I was a teen, and I want to be there to help them go through that, because I know what they're living, and it's not easy. So yeah, I decided to cut all contact and everything, and I was for a week I cried like all my heart out, because whether you want it or not, it's a how do we say in English? It's a, I don't remember the word in English, but like you have to say goodbye to a part of your life. You have to say goodbye to the family you've dreamed of. You have to say goodbye to the father you dreamed of that you would never have. So I had to say goodbye to all of those things, and that made me really, really, really sad. Now we're 4 months later, and I'm feeling the greatest I've ever felt. So yeah, the mother of my gender tried to contact me a couple of times, but I never answered, like they did to me from October to December last year, and I won't contact them. And I know that they're gonna see, maybe not this video, but the French version of it. And yeah, so I decided also this weekend and today that I wanted to start procedures to be able to legally change my last name from Simoneau to Simard, because I don't want to be affiliated with them anymore. Because when I think of the last name I had before that brings me to a dark place in my life, that brings me back to when I was 14. I was in depression, I had suicidal thoughts, that bring me back to all the pain that they made me live, that bring me back to the the teen unsure of her that I was and everything. So that brings me back to a really, really dark place. And I want to start my 25th year on this earth by being a completely new person. Like, of course, I have to carry my past with me, even though I'm changing my last name. But I won't think, by changing my last name, I won't think as much of the pain that they put me through, because I won't have like always this last name like, oh yeah, I'm a Simano, I'm a Simano. They bring me like, I want to be affiliated with a name that I will be proud to wear. I want to be affiliated to a name that I know I will never have to cut contact with them. I want to be affiliated with the name of the person who really raised me, because when I was young, my gender was never there for important moment, or was never there in my life. So I, like, every father have to raise a part in their child. Like we always say, a son needs his father, but a daughter needs to have a father too, because the father raised a part of his daughter, maybe not as much as important as his mother, but the father have to raise a part in his daughter, and that part of me that needed to be raised by my genitor, that part of me was raised by my grandfather, and I want to be affiliated with the name of the people who raised me, so my mother and my grandfather. So that's why that's a reason that I'm doing this name change. And also I decided, I think I said it already, I don't remember, that I decided to start legal procedure to be able to legally change my name. So if you want to, I can keep you on updated on TikTok about this journey, so I can take you with me on this journey. It would be my pleasure. And yeah, honestly, in English, I don't really know what to say more about this situation, but I hope you understood why I'm doing that. So that was pretty much it. I said what I had to say. I hope you support me in my decision, and it's kind of a, not a weird video, but like a complicated video to make, because I know that I said it, but I know that my gender side of the family will watch not this video, but like the French version of it, and I know that they won't support me, that they won't be okay with this decision, even though I don't care, because they're the reason why I'm taking this decision. And I hope you guys support me, like my mother and my grandmother and all of my mother's side are supporting me. It was kind of harder to explain it in English, but yeah, so tell me, guys, if you want me to do a channel in English, because this channel is really like in French, so I could do a channel in English for you guys. And yeah, I wish you all an happy Easter. I hope you understood throughout this video why I'm doing that. So again, happy Easter, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good whatever, because I don't know when you're gonna listen to this video. And yeah, it was a pleasure to do like my first video in English, even though it was kind of a heavy subject to talk to. But yeah, so I don't know. I have some ideas, like maybe I could start a podcast, but that's a story for another time. So yeah, see you guys maybe on my English channel, and if I don't have an English channel, see you guys on TikTok pretty soon. Bye.